Good morning, and welcome to your morning cereal.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Friday. We made it, and it's not just any Friday, it's Friday the 13th, the day that makes black cats nervous and hotel elevators skip the 13th floor. Hey, here's a fun fact for you. Historians trace the superstition of Friday the 13th all the way back to the Knights Templar. They were arrested on Friday, October 13th, in 1307. And ever since, that date's been getting the side eye from these superstitious people and also the horror movie fans alike. But hey, instead of hiding under the covers, embrace the weirdness of the day. It's International Axe Throwing Day, but just be sure you're throwing axes at a target, not at people. We don't need some sort of horror film happening today, okay? Well, you want something a little bit more chill than that? Pull weeds for National Weed Your Garden Day. My kids can do that, you guys hear me? Or maybe just retreat into your inner introvert, which I love. It's National Hermit Week after all. Now, before hiding your face from humanity, here's a little twin-powered motivation for you. Mary Kate Olsen said, quote, "Believe in yourself and your abilities, no matter what anyone else tells you," end quote. And it's a great reminder that even when we retreat from the world, we don't need to retreat from ourselves. Well, today's news, facts, and birthdays are for June 13th. We're going to start back in 1922, and this is a world record I hope you don't ever beat, but the longest recorded attack of hiccups began on this date in 1922. Charlie Osborne, he got the hiccups and he had them for another 68 years. Sadly, just 11 months after they stopped, 68 years after they started, he passed away. Well, in 1966, this was a big day for law, Miranda versus Arizona. Well, that ruled that suspects must be read their rights, right? The Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Well, in 1983 on this date, Pioneer 10, it became the first human-made object to leave our solar system. It's crazy if you think about it. And if you're keeping tabs, Pioneer 10 is currently headed towards the star Aldebaran in the constellation Taurus, and that's about 20.4 billion kilometers away. Now, fun fact again here, I tried to put that into miles and I cannot figure out how to do it. So comment below if you have an idea how many miles 20 billion kilometers is. Moving on to 1995 on this date, Bjork, maybe she's your favorite singer, and if so, you probably know this. This is the date she released her second pop solo album, Post. Finally, in 2005 on this date, Michael Jackson was acquitted of molestation charges in Santa Maria, California. All right, well, happy birthday to you. Today is your special day, right? You share it with actress from Thor and Two Broke Girls, Kat Dennings, she's 39 today, and an actor best known as Captain America, Chris Evans, he's 44 today, and fashion designers and former actresses, Mary Kate Olsen and Ashley Olsen, they both, you guessed it, are the same age. They're 38 years old today. And everybody's favorite neighbor, he's an actor and comedian, he's from Home Improvement and Toy Story, Tim Allen, he's 71 today. And the number one song in this date in 1988 was One More Try by George Michael. Now, I know you know this song, or at least a version of it, because it's been covered by over 395 artists since its release in 1984. Now, this heartfelt ballad, it topped the charts with its soulful vulnerability, which was in stark contrast to George Michael's dance pop hits that he had had previously, right? Well, the song One More Try, it reached number one on all of the Billboard Hot 100 charts, and it's a great song about emotional hurt and hesitation to enter into a new relationship. Man, I love a good heartfelt ballad. Well, I know you see this transition coming too, and I love a good book review as well. And we are in Stephen R. Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and today is a big day. We're starting to explore Covey's habit number 3, and we're introducing the principles of personal management here. And Covey's opening quote for this chapter is from the German writer Goethe, who said, quote, "Things which matter most must never be at the mercy of things which matter least," end quote. So today we're diving into habit 3, which is put first things first. But before we even define it, Covey asks us to pause and reflect with 2 simple yet powerful questions. Here's the first one. What one thing could you do that you're not doing right now that if you did it on a regular basis would make a tremendous positive difference in your personal life. Okay, and then the second question that Covey's asking us is, what's the one thing in your business or in your professional life that would bring similar results? So these aren't just rhetorical. They're what I'm going to call today clarity grenades, okay? Blowing up distractions and making room for what actually matters. But Covey warns us, right? This is not just jumping into prioritizing tasks, putting first things first. That's not what Habit 3 is about. He wants to make sure that we're doing the deeper work of who you are. That's what Habit 1 was all about, right? Remember, be proactive and finding out what you value most. That's what Habit 2 is. Begin with the end in mind. In Covey's word, quote, "You can't be successful with other people if you haven't paid the price of success with yourself," end quote. Habit 1 is about choice, the ability to act rather than be acted upon. It's the root of personal responsibility. Then Habit 2 is about vision, the blueprint that gives meaning to our choices. It's where your personal mission statement lives, okay? Only after establishing these can you fully live and move on to Habit 3, which is about discipline and execution. Covey defines it simply as, quote, "organize and execute around priorities," end quote. So Habit 3 is the practical fulfillment of Habits 1 and 2. Covey says Habit 3 is, quote, "the second creation, the physical creation." It's the fulfillment, the actualization, and the natural emergence of Habits 1 and 2, end quote. So it's time management, not in terms of schedules and checklists, but in terms of values and conscience. Covey differentiates between urgent and important here, right? Urging us to focus on activities that are important, but not urgent. So these would include things like relationships, planning, and personal growth. Those are important. You're not urgently working on relationships. They're important to work on. So as Covey puts it, quote, "The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities." Okay, here's your takeaway. Habit 3 is where your life starts to align. It's not just about saying no to distractions, but about saying a resounding yes to what matters most. It's where you stop being busy and start being effective on your terms, guided by your mission and rooted in purpose. Okay, well, that's all for today's morning cereal. So whether you're lobbing axes and not at people, pulling weeds, or hiding from the world on this Friday the 13th, don't forget, you're capable of great things. Thanks so much for tuning in, and if you're enjoying morning cereal, tell a friend or family member to check it out. Hey, have a great weekend. Join us next week for more fun and inspiration, and have a fantastic day. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Morning Cereal podcast on the One Life Live It channel. You can find more episodes and videos by visiting our YouTube channel and the website at Sean Inglis and at SeanInglis.com, where you can also follow our other podcasts, the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis podcast and the Life Happens podcast. In these other podcasts, we'll dive deeper into everyday issues, self-improvement and well-being, business and finance, and we welcome special guests too. So join us. It'll be a good time, I promise. Thanks again for listening. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.